because there is existing embankment, and some area there's no even existing embankment. After we shaping, we come back and we fill it with the material nearby the roadside. It is a black cotton soil with some clay thickness of 0.2 or 0.3 millimeters. We fill it as black cotton soil. After fill it, this is the second stage of it. That second stage we fill it, and then we compact it. We compact it with putty packer. After compact it, we shape it again back for that compaction road to come to the same level. And then from there we make a reefing. We reef the whole road. After we open it, and then if there's some need to be sure the water, we show the water. After that we come with the vertical alignment. And the reason to make the vertical alignment, you might find some of the road are not the same level, so there are two alignments. There's a horizontal alignment and there's a vertical alignment. Those two alignments should be made before applying a smooth soil, a smooth roller. Because smooth roller, it is one which is be the post stage. And that post stage, now the road is almost ready to receive a damming process before the process is maram of 250 millimeters. So the most of the video, what I'm playing, you'll get ahead, because now we are in section 1, and section 1 is already completed. We have no doubt section 1 is already complete. Now in section 2. So from Pariang now up to where we are stopping section 2, we are in 45 kilometers. We mean that we have left with 52 kilometers, because the road network is 97 kilometers. So 45 kilometers is accessible now, and 52 is not accessible. And the reason why we have delay up to this time, there's one another round. Since we started up to today, we have 78 days. Since we started the launch of this project, we have 78 days today. And that 78 days, we did not cover all this working process. In some part, there's some obstacle. We are there. The main obstacle, it is interrupted by rain and the fuel shortage. We work only for 48 days.
Okay, engineer, can you tell us about the type of the level of this road right now? How do you describe this road? And what percentage of completion rate has it reached so far, this part of the road? And also, how many trucks are you deploying today in the field?
The level of the road, this road, it is second. This is the first phase. The first phase is shaping and embankment, plus ribbing and material mixings. Now the taking of this road now is 2.5, 2.6, and 60% of the work is completed, because we cut it and wanted material. We fill it and a suitable material. Then we compact it with a cheap put packer. Then from there we reeve it. We process the material. We open it. We dry it. And then we place it back. After placing back, we compact it again. We shape it. We do alignment. Two alignment, the vertical and horizontal. Then also, we come also to do some of the point, because there's a low point. And the low point should be reef. And if there's a reefing, you might find there's a differential in that reefing. So this now is ready to receiving dumping process. As you see me behind now, we are starting a dump process. Now they talk now they're dumping maram. Now it is the dumping maram that are waiting, that nothing else. After dumping, then we come for processing maram, we spread it. After spread it, then we come for shaping it. Now we are remain with two stages, the dumping and processing maram. The 2 and 3rd is already finished. So now this level, it is remaining 25 millimeter, 250 millimeter to the completion of 500 to 550, the taking of the road.
Yeah. How many trucks have been deployed today in the construction?
Yeah, today we are about to deploy about 25 to 35. But actually we did not make it, because yesterday we received only 30 drum, which is 6,000 liters. So when we distribute that 6,000 liters, the equipment take a lot of it, because we have some equipment we are going to find ahead there, the big equipment who can consume much of the liters. And also we have some equipment on the border pit, also they are consuming. We have 2 equipment on the stockpile, we are also consuming. So today we're just locating the fuel. The truck that are working today, the 32 in the set of 42. And the number of truck we have, it is 56. So today we are using 32, and that 32, they will not even reach the time we want to finish, because the fuel they have is not enough. Either they will stop at 2, either they will stop at 3, either they will stop at 4. It depends on the fuel and the consumption of each of the truck.
How many trucks dump maram on the road on a daily basis?
It depends, because I cannot give the actual number. You might find today we have 32. Tomorrow we shall be having enough fuel, they can be 40. The next we shall be less fuel, they can even be 15. Sometimes even they reduce up to 10. It depends on the fuel, availability of the fuel we have on the site. So if there's no fuel, we cannot have the number of fuel the truck we want.
So on a good day, on an average day where you have fuel, how many trucks do you have on the road? And each truck, how many rounds of maram does it draw?
Thank you very much. You know, from Yida to Stockfell, one truck to have to bring 3-4 loads. Other they bring 3 per day, because the movement of the truck are not the same. You might find the driver, some driver they don't move the way you want it. Other driver they move. You find there's a broken of the tires burst. You might find there's a mechanical problem. So sometimes 4, average is 3. Other they bring 4, other they bring 3. So the average is 3 actually. There is no any truck who can bring 5 because the distance. Because every day the movement for a day it is about 430 kilometers for a truck. So average should be 3 and 4. And in the minimum we have maximum the truck we have for a day. Sometimes we can go to 46 if the fuel is enough. 46. Some of the trucks sometimes they're broken down. We don't have a spare part. The tires are not there. So when the tires there, there's no way they can operate on the road, because sometimes we don't get enough spare part in Fariang. Others they not get there in Juba. You have to export them from Kampala, from Nairobi. It can take 2 to 3 weeks. So it's not easy.
Okay, Engineer Simon, can you tell us where we are standing, the length of where we're standing to the beginning of construction? And we can see the road is worstly devastated here, almost overtaken by the bush.
Actually, Mr. Taxivan, where I'm standing now, I'm standing almost the middle of the 97 kilometers. From here to Padang is 52 kilometers, and from here to refinery is 47 kilometers, making total of 97 kilometers. Actually, you can see by your naked eye. Even if you explain it, you see it by yourself. Here is total, there's no embankment. And I can even not talk about the base or top base or sub base, there's nothing on top. So to make it, the road is already demonstrated, it's covered by the bush, grass and the tree. You do not know where the shoot of the road and where is the middle of the road. So it requires a lot of work, practically and theoretically, to make this road to go back to the shape of the road. So the first step we are going to use it, we have to make bush clearing first, alongside. We clear it all. We remove the grass and the tree, including the roots. We strip it and grab it away. After that, we see what to do after bush clearing. After bush clearing, we have to remove this unwanted material we see on the road. We remove it all where it is necessary, and we dam it distance about 5 to 7 kilometers from the shoot of the road. After cutting it, we have to bring a black cotton soil. We fill it. By filling it, we continue it, making the road bed. Because here there is no road bed, you can see by yourself, the road bed is not there. It is like a ground level. It is almost on the ground surface. We need again to be shaped as a new embankment. As we stated, 60 kilometers of this road, it needs a new embankment and also the top base maram thickness. So I think most of you and my client Alfred will believe it what I was telling them, because most of the road is up. There's nothing totally. It needs a new construction. So where I'm standing, it is a new construction. We are going to start it from zero. And making it, we have to raise it to the level we want, because this area is somehow a swamp area. You can see it. On my side to the west, that one is a swamp. This one is a bit highland, and this one is a swamp. By making a low road, you might find the water can flow across the road, whereby it will not be necessary for the road to be lower than 500 or 550 millimeters or 500 55 centimeters according to the specification of bill of quantity. So on my idea, as a technical person or a site engineer, the way you see it is not the way you're going to see it in some 2 to 5 weeks. It will be different, another road. And I believe it. This road now, it is the one who make us to be here. Otherwise, you could not be here in this bush. You're in the bush. There's no a single house here. You cannot even see a palm leave the house. There's no palm here. People are not called. We are just in the bush. You imagine the distance here from Toe, where people are staying. It is about 35. It is 35 from here to Toe. So it's a different, whereby we are in the bush. And actually, I want to conclude it. By making this road, it needs a lot of commitment from both sides. The clients, which is NALPAD, and the government. If the government is target, what is the target of the government? And what is the target of NALPAD? The target of NALPAD is re-refinery. And how can we re-refinery? By, as a contractor, to re-refinery, we need the NALPAD to be serious in supplying of fuel. Because when you are doing the work, there is a target. Why the NALPAD contract Simpton to this road? The target is not because of the target is refinery. And we are not getting fuel in time, then we cannot achieve our target. And the NALPAD cannot achieve the target. And the government cannot achieve the target. So my advice and my request to the government of national unity and to the NALPAD, let them put their eye on this road. It is only this road will leave South Sudan from this crisis. It is only this road who will save South Sudanese from this crisis we are facing, from this situation we are facing. Because the more we refinery, the more we are relieved from the pains, the more we are relieved from the problem, the more we are relieved from this crisis. Otherwise, it is my advice. Because since we start work up to now, we have got a lot of standby. And it's not a natural standby. The most standby on our side is the fuel. We did not work for 17 days because of fuel. And we did not work for 11 days because of what? Because of interruption of rain. That one cannot blame. It is a natural. You can't blame it. But for the fuel, look at the distance. Now we have covered 47 kilometers. We have already covered 45 kilometers, and today we are almost 1 kilometer. 46 kilometers we have covered. Because 23, I stated before, 23 kilometers is finished. And the road formation is almost 45. And also we are now dumping, you will see it, we are dumping the process coming to the 45 kilometers. And that will just ogle 48 days. 48 days. And we did not work for 30 days. And if we could have worked for that 30 days, where we could be? If we could have worked for that 30 days, we could have very far. We could not even be in the 45 kilometers. We could have been where? About 60 or 65. So I think for us to be still in 45 kilometers is not our fault. It's not the company fault. And also in some other sides, in another way around, we cannot blame a government and we cannot blame a NALPAD because we know how our country, where it is now. But we still requesting NALPAD to put more effort. We request our government to put more effort on this road. The same thing Warab. Because even if we finish this road up to unity, and that thing of Warab I'm not ready to the unity, still there's nothing. So these roads are very important. The one of Warab and the one of Pariang, they are very important. So when they connect this road, everything will be simple and the government will come back to normalize. And the government also will be accessibility to serve its people. So this is my idea and this is what I want to conclude also. Another one I want to say, on behalf of SIMTONDIT, SIMTONDIT have committed a lot of work. We have committed ourselves. And if we could not have committed ourselves, as I stated before that, I stated the equipment we have 56 equipment. The dump truck plus 14 machinery. The crew vehicle we have 7. Plus one with security we have 2, which is 7. Now look into a day we receive only 30 drum of fuel. A day we receive 30 drum of fuel. Sometimes we receive after 3 days. Sometimes we receive for 5 days. If you distribute that 30, you distribute 30, 56 plus 14, that is 70. Plus 7, that is 78. To 78 truck, you might find a one truck will go with might be 3 liters, which is nothing. Actually, this road, since the separation from South Sudan, from the Sudan has to be independent country, this road has never been constructed.
Since
the independence of South Sudan in 2011, up to now, this road has never been constructed. It has just been a minor maintenance. And that maintenance, you just grade it. The more you grade it, the more you are moving the embankment. You come back again, you grade it, you remove the embankment. So you keep removing embankment. Instead of adding embankment, or instead of adding the top base or sub base, you just remove it. So it was a mistake from the previous contractors, because this road, there was some contractor work on it when we are in the former unit state.
as you can see, the construction progress taking place behind me. The road construction is progressing well, and the company is hoping that it will achieve most of the completion of this road before the end of this year. Now, what you have just seen over right ahead of me is a fully finished road, but the main challenge is what you are seeing behind me right now. This is a road that has just turned back to what it used to be, a bush. Now the company is working harder to restore this road back to its glory and to make it not only to be a seasonal road, but to a road that is used throughout all seasons to the benefit of the people of this area. Now we'll continue updating you about the progress of work on this road and update you on each and every steps taken. My name is Tech Stephen Ugut, and until we meet again, goodbye.